Today I'm going to show you how I use Python and Excel to make a dashboard and visualize report. I will use Python to do the data aggregation, data cleaning, and perform some calculation to build a report that's ready to import into my Excel dashboard. Before that, let us have a quick view how our raw data look like. It's very messy, although it contains a lot of data, but it's unstructured. So we need to transform all the relevant data to become tabular format so we can perform data analysis. And we not only have one data file, we have a lot of data and the file number will keep increase in future. So we also need to tell Python to consolidate all the file together so that we don't need to do it manually all the time in future. Other file is the file for me to do data cleaning. Our data is not that clean, so we need to append missing data, replace incorrect data, as well as add in additional data for further analysis. For example, we need to look up the regions of the product that we sold based on the postal code, which can be extracted from our product shipping address. So this is the master file of Singapore region's code and its general location. Now I will show you how I generate the final report by using Python. You can see here, there's no report right now. And I'm going to show you how I run the Python code and generate the report automatically. So this is my code. This is not that long, just around 200 lines. In this Python script, I only use pandas and NumPy module to do all the job. Both are fantastic and popular module for data analysis. So now we run the code. And you can see there is a black big dot here. It means that the code has been run. We need to wait until it turns white, and that means our report has been done. Now since it's running, I give you a quick explain what does the code means. This line is actually a list of all the raw data Excel file name that we have seen in a couple minutes ago. This is to combine all the raw data so that we run and process each file by using a loop. In each loop, we first import the raw data file into Python and rename the columns index. Then we filter necessary information based on some criteria. You can see there's a lot of filtering here. The criteria that used for filtering require us to spend time to study the raw data and find common patterns among each data set. We also need to get the line address for each shipping order and then merge all line address into full address. This also filtering to get the item number and item descriptions. After filtering, we merge all the information together into one data frame before we move on. And we also need to change the data type, or we should say the data format, from string, which is the text format, into integer or float, which is the number format, so we can use it to do some calculation. Okay, now our report actually has done. We can see the report has been generated, but we continue the code explanation first, and we'll come back later. Here we do some data cleaning. This is to fill in the correct salesperson where there's missing salesperson based on the master file we have seen just now. This is to fill the manager of the salesperson in the data frame. Here is do some calculations. Some orders are GST inclusive, but some are GST exclusive, so we need to clean it and make it standardized. Otherwise, it may mislead our decision making. This is also a data cleaning. Replace the duplicate company's name with a standardized company name, so we won't have a wrong interpretations of the visualized report due to this. This is data cleaning about the company branch. This is a data cleaning for shipping address. Some address don't have postal code, or actually it have a wrong postal code. So we need to append and correct the postal code accordingly, so that we extract the 6-digit number postal code from the corrected shipping address. Then we check to our region's master file to look up the region code, general location and regions for each order, as well as each shipping address in Singapore. The region code is the first 2 digits of postal code. We do some fancy calculation here, dividing 10,000 and round down the number so we can get the first 2 digits of postal code as well as the region code. So this is the last step. We consolidate all the data set into a single and final data frame, and this will be the report we exported and generated. You can see there are many data sets. Without Python, we really can't do the report manually. This is to check whether there is any duplications among each row data file. If there is, then we will drop the duplication, and also we merge the processed data for each into a final report which contains the data set from year 2018 to latest month, which is April of year 2021. Now let us look at the report that we exported just now. It takes some time to open the file. As you can see, the file size is really big, around 100 megabytes. Okay, so this is our report. You can see there are around 300,000 transactions, column A to column W, and we just used less than 2 minutes to generate this report, and it is automatically. After we generated the report, we need to copy data into our dashboard Excel file. I'm not going to do that because my dashboard already have the data. Now let's look at our data, and now look at our dashboard first. I set some VBA code to force user to enable macro before reading the visualized report, so they can't do anything else because the workbook has been locked. They can only click the enable content. After the enable macro, then they will be directed to dashboard page, which remove all the ribbon, formula bar, status bars, etc. So this is to make the string as big as possible, so we can read the report easier and clearer. Now I press a shortcut key, Ctrl plus patch down, go to next sheet tab, which is our data sheet. The data here can be copied from the report we generated by Python just now. We can update the data each day or each month. We just need to run Python code to generate latest report before we copy paste to here. Every time when we append data, we also need to update and refresh the chart. Here you can see nothing changed because I didn't append any data, it's just demo. Okay, now we look at the dashboard. This is an interactive dashboard. We can press Ctrl plus our mouse left click to select or deselect the criteria at here, so we can gain some business insights from the dashboard. For example, we can see how top 10 companies change over time for each document type and also for each product. We also can see the sales trend at the top left 2 line chart. What we need to do is actually we need to ask ourselves some critical questions. For example, where our sales target customer located? Why the sales difference among the salesperson so huge? Are the sales from these top customers still have potential to grow? So that we can allocate more energy, more resource and effort to that, we can still maximize our revenue. Yeah, data analysis is not easy, but it can be learned, and it is very important for business. Okay, that's all for my sharing. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.